Ever since there have been video games, people have been discussing the graphics. In this review, I won't be doing that. Project Cars graphics are so annoyingly good that I can no longer enjoy other games and their visuals. You'll notice why in this video. Is everything this good though? Are the physics up to par? Is there a wide variety of tracks and cars? The community, and what's the sound like? Let's find out. When starting the game, the first thing you see is the user interface. Project Cars has beautiful tile-based user interface. It's not just great for people on consoles, but also for when you're in your sim rig and you can't easily access your mouse and keyboard. Everything is in one giant plane, but divided between a main UI with things like career, time attack, multiplayer, community, and a side UI which has the options and settings in it. Talking about options, there's a bunch of them. Pretty much everything you want to change, you can change. Almost all input devices are supported, on PC at least, and you can change everything from sensitivity to button mapping. Cars can also be customized, not with fancy new wheels and spoilers, but you can make your own paint jobs with Photoshop or GIMP. In the career mode, you start out in karting with the goal of becoming a top formula or endurance racer. I prefer to just set up quick races for single player fun and go online for everything else. Setting up a quick race is like entering a candy store with a buttload of money. You can choose from many tracks and put up to 64 cars on it. These cars can be identical to yours, but you can also set them to the same class or just complete multi-class mayhem. I say mayhem because the AI isn't great at negotiating slower traffic. Keep in mind that it's still in beta, so it might change for the final product. When racing more or less equal opponents, close racing is very fun and easy to do. The weather and time can also be changed. The game knows what time the sun goes up and down on the day you selected. You can then add multiple weather conditions, which will change during the race. The rain looks very real, puddles dry up in a realistic way. Time and weather progression speed can of course be altered. You can choose how difficult the AI is, but to be honest, even at 100% or ace difficulty, the AI is still beatable with a bit of luck and some driving skills. I decided to put my driving skills to the test in two ways. I tried the game with an Xbox 360 controller and with a modified G27 wheel and some Fanatec pedals. While the game is most fun, and more importantly most realistic with a wheel, it's still great fun with the controller, unlike many other racing simulators. Talking about simulators, where does Project Cars fit in? Well, I did a comparison of all current games to real life almost a year ago, and Project Cars already won that. So it's now a year later and the game has gotten a lot better. The tires feel like real ones, more or less. Cars don't appear to be floating around the track and almost give a real sense of inertia and mass. There's the usual tire and fuel usage, and you can lose body panels or wheels in a crash. Even better, when you pit, there are actually people changing your tires and fueling your cars, just like in real life. There's one little thing that bothers me though. When driving or racing in real life, you hear tire roll, wind noise, and little rubber bits hitting your car. Almost no game really has this, but that doesn't mean the sounds are bad. There's a great soundstage and the quality of the recordings are satisfactory. If anything, Project Cars isn't just the best looking race game, but it's also the most realistic and best sounding one. These glorious physics and graphics do come at a price though. For consoles it doesn't really matter, but the game for PC does require a fast i5, 8GB of RAM, and all the GPU power you can throw at it. I guess that's actually a good thing, given that no game has challenged hardware this much since the original Crysis. Don't get me wrong here, you can easily play the game on a lower budget PC, but to max everything out, you need a few grand. Now let's talk cars and tracks, because those are the two important things in a racing game, right? And while I've been incredibly positive so far, I'm gonna go on a little rant here. The game is called Project Cars, yet the amount and diversity of cars is very small. Most cars are British or German race cars. Forget about the little affordable cars we have so much fun in messing around with, Forza, Gran Turismo. Project Cars doesn't have those. If you're into the JDM scene, old muscle cars, then an Evo 10 or a brand new Mustang is all you'll get, sadly. I think the game should be called Project Tracks. It has many of the great and known racetracks from all over the world, as well as a few great made-up roads to enjoy in your really expensive cars. I know that car licenses are incredibly hard and expensive to get, but I really hope for more. Maybe the DLC will save the game here. Project Cars is crowdfunded by a very engaged community. There are always amazing racing leagues out there for those who want a real challenge, and with weekly community challenges, you don't have an excuse not to be racing or setting up cars. Now, remember how I said everything can be customized? Well, the same goes for your car setup. Everything that can be changed to the real car can also be changed in the game. This can even mean setting up slightly different ride heights for each corner of your car. Of course, driving assist can also be set to be the same as the real deal, or turn them off completely for some total hooning. I guess when it comes to doing a final roundup, it's difficult. I love this game. I've played it for hundreds of hours, actually more like thousands of hours. It looks, sounds and feels amazingly good. There's a massive track choice and you can spend countless hours preparing your car for that one important multiplayer race. But that's where the big issue lays, the cars, or rather the lack thereof. I miss cars like the GT86, the MX-5 and E30 M3, some terrible handling muscle cars that actually gives you goosebumps whenever you touch the gas. Project Cars simply needs more cars. My dear viewers, click or touch the like button if you like this video, leave a comment to let me and everyone else know what you think about this game, and don't forget to subscribe to Unicorn Reviews. Thank you very much for watching.